Why should anyone have to be special? That just isn't the way I like to look at things. And when it comes to my child, I don't care if he grows up to be great. My son doesn't have to be better than anyone. After all, just look at him. He's so cute. I think Aaron's special enough already. For no other reason than that he was born into this world.
Don't get me wrong. I don't doubt your sincerity. I know conviction when I see it. You're not the first person I've met who thought they could take on the world and change things for the better. It takes a lot of courage to go against the flow. I respect that. Of course, it could be that you're all just a bunch of fools.
I wanted to be brave, to go against the flow. But when it comes down to it, I'm just another piece of scum being swept away by the current.
I couldn't change a thing. I'm merely a bystander.
Maybe. That's just a part of what it means to be ordinary. Simply going with the flow. Is that so bad? To some people it makes you weak. But an ordinary person is all I want to be.
There is simply no there. And for the love of God, do not listen to Goggins. I love Goggins, but please do not listen to him. Do not sacrifice the people who actually matter to you as if they were some sort of dead weight holding you back from climbing your mountain of greatness. Because the person you become on the way up is the person who arrives at the top. So you'd better make sure that person isn't lonely. I'm not saying that anyone who is pursuing exposure on their personal brand fits the picture I've been painting in this video. I'm not saying you should quit whatever it is that you are working on. All I'm saying is that you should take a really honest look at the reasons why you are pursuing what you're pursuing. Because many people will like to put forth pure reasons, not so much to convince you of those reasons, but to convince themselves. What others will see as an act of creation was really just an act of displacement.
You don't give off this sense that you're incredibly happy and fulfilled. I'm wondering, Clap, do you live a happy, fulfilling life?
I would say for the most part I do. I just generally don't want to be doing this right now. I had something else I did.
What am I keeping you from?
I wanted to go to a club.
Most of you are happy to be losers part-time. You want to escape. That's why you join. You don't want to be a loser anymore.
I'm 25 years old. Quite frankly, the people my age are fucking losers. It's hard for me to meet a man who isn't a loser. You know what? It's not even my age, bro. It's hard for me to meet people who aren't total fucking losers.
Thank you, God, that I am lonely. Because it's so much better to be lonely than to be surrounded by people that do not have the best interests for you.
Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Redistribution. You poured all your character stats into one attribute and pawned it off as growth. That's why you invest more into being respected than being respectable.
Importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney.
The system that knows so much, you decide what's right or wrong. The same way that let you decide what's funny or not.
It wasn't courage that made you jump off that tall cliff into the water. You were just so terrified of the wasp that you jumped without even thinking it through. Why? Because you've never even asked yourself how you would broach the challenge of loving yourself if you were ordinary. When was the last time you let yourself play? Can you even go on an afternoon walk without reassuring yourself that walks are optimal for productivity? Playing or resting because it's good for you is not playing or resting at all. Because if everything you ever do is for the sake of some other thing, then you are both pimp and prostitute for a currency you'll never spend. But why? Why do we treat ourselves like projects in need of constant improvement? Purpose, meaning, truth, these concepts once formed the hard ground against which we pushed when we wanted to climb high. But they have all vanished from under the feet of modern man, revealing nothing but a black emptiness beneath us. The noose of social importance keeps us suspended above this abyss, but I think it's better to use the knife of honesty to cut the rope and fall into the abyss head first, rather than suffocating from our fear of it. Because perhaps it's only by going down that we can find new grounds upon which to build new statues. And not statues of Will Smith and the winners of the wrong games, not collectors of Monopoly money and displacers of dirt, but statues of normal people living normal lives and living them abnormally well. Statues of parents who raised kids who didn't feel like they had to be movie stars. Statues of artists who used their overflowing cup as paint, not those who tried to use paint to fill their cup. This lower ground has denser dirt for thicker roots of taller trees, and it's on this new ground that the old statues will smash once they're done falling. Who are these old statues of, you ask? They're the people who thought success counted as a goal, and then achieved it. Because aiming at success is no different from a hunter aiming at death. If he wants to achieve death, he must aim at the living. And if you want to achieve success, you must aim at a life.
I found a book my grandpa keeps hidden away. Believe it or not, it's about life on the outside.
From the moment I was born, those stifling walls were the farthest I could see. Water that glows like fire, fields of ice, sandy snowfields. To witness all that.
Just bear with me. There's a lot more than salt. Water that glows like fire. Fields of ice.
Was to know the greatest freedom this world could offer.
How huge the outside world must be.
We're here. We're free.
All of it would be wiped away. The world I found outside the walls, and the world I always dreamed of, are nothing alike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to die.
You will know you're reborn tonight. Must be right, but I stay by your side. Even if my body's needs to the bones,
As the wind stirred the dead leaves, this strange, lovely thought popped into my head. I felt like maybe I'd been born to race Mikasa and Eren up that hill. On rainy days, I would feel the same way as I sat and read. I felt at one time as I was feeding acorns to a squirrel. Even just strolling through the market with my friends, I had this feeling that those insignificant moments were incredibly precious.
But why would it be here?
Can't say. But even though this isn't useful to me, even though I'm sure it'll never help me to multiply, to me, it's a truly precious thing.
What is that? I'm glad that you finally noticed it, Eren. It's been right here at our feet this whole time. But you were always looking off into the distance. Thank you, Eren, for showing me what was beyond the walls and for showing me this side.
Thing of it is we really did have everything, didn't we?